Hi, I'm Chandra Prophet.
And I'm Jeremiah Prophet.
Welcome to the special SEMA 2021 episode of Prophet's Resurrection Land Cruisers TV.
In this episode, we're going to show you everything we did at SEMA this year.
And we're going to feature this 1976 super custom Stretch FJ40 build.
So welcome to day 3 of SEMA, and it wouldn't be a proper SEMA without a visit to the Toyota booth. And this right here is why I came. This is Tacozilla, and even though it's a brand new Tacoma, it's a throwback to the old Chinook motorhomes. How retro and cool is this? Let's check it out, and then let's see what else Toyota brought to SEMA 2021. So here's the lineup. We got a 4Runner, got the brand new Tundra, actually a very sweet truck, and there's an even cooler one right there. Right here's a Sequoia sitting right where the Land Cruiser should be, and then the new Tacoma right here at the end. I'm digging these colors. So here's another one of the brand new Tundras that has been pretty severely customized. Very, very cool. It's hard to believe those are 37-inch tires. This is their Desert Chase edition, and it's pretty badass. So I want to talk about quality a little bit, because I'm here to counteract some of the online content you're going to see about SEMA cars being overbuilt junk. There's too much negative information out there about that, because it's just not true. I mean, sure, there are a few vehicles here that are somewhat hokey, and it is fun to find them and point that stuff out. But the bottom line is 99% of the vehicles that are here are 100% legit. There are flawless cars here. There are cars here that you are never, ever going to have the opportunity to see again. SEMA brings out the best of the builders and most of the nicest cars you're ever going to see. So about once a year or so, we get a client who wants a really, really custom build. And those are the kind of trucks that, like this one right here, that allow the guys to spread their wings a little bit and, you know, stretch their skill sets and do something different. And they're the most fun things we get to build. This has been one of those builds. It's taken us about 2 years to finish it. It is a 1976 stretched FJ40. We stretched it 14 inches, about the same length as an FJ43. And it has all of the custom features that you would come to expect from something this awesome. It's got Spider Trax axles with true high 9 diffs. It's a custom 4-link in the back, spring over in the front. We're trying to keep it a little simpler. It has an awesome engine, which I'll tell you about in just a little bit. Fully custom from front to back, widened fenders, custom fender flares that we built in-house to cover the little bit wider axles than stock. These are 37-inch Maxxis Razor MTs on trail-ready beadlocks. The thing is never going to look this clean again. It's kind of like a new lawnmower. You know, you buy a new lawnmower and the thing looks really, really nice, and then you mow the lawn and it's just an old lawnmower. I'm afraid that the owner of this is going to take this mud bogging like the day he gets it, and it's going to be an old lawnmower. But that's okay. It's his truck. He deserves it. He's been very patient with us while we put this thing together. And I hope that you guys enjoy what we put out there about this truck, because it's really special. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the engine in this Land Cruiser. It's a 4BT, and you've probably heard me say that I'm done with these motors. We did like 80 4BT swaps back in the day, and then we sort of took them off the menu because they're so loud and rattly obnoxious, and we went to the R2.8. But the owner of this truck said, Jeremiah, I built this car in my head when I was a kid, and by golly, I'm going to have it built now that I have the money. And so We went back to the 4BT just for this build, but this is a special 4BT. It was built by industrial injection, built by Big Bear engines at first, and then customized by industrial injection. And so it's a little bit special. Of course, it's been balanced, and it's been tuned up and built up to last. It's going to generate 250 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. It's got a really big turbo. The best thing about this engine compartment is what Alex has done with it, our fabricator, the wizard. I mean, it's hard to make a diesel look nice. The EMP40's diesel engine compartment looks like that. This one does too. Lots of custom water slide looking tubing. I love the air cleaner assembly he built for the top. Needed to be like that because we have a snorkel, so we had to have the air cleaner in a sealed box. And you can look at this engine compartment from every angle and just see the detail. It's beautiful. He knocked it out of the park. Definitely a fun truck to look at. Behind this engine, we've got an NV4500 to the legendary Atlas II transfer case. And the Atlas II, of course, is sending power to those Spider Trax axles front and rear. Bomb-proof drivetrain. This thing will not be easily broken. So on this truck, you'll also see sort of an XL version of our standard off-road winch bar in the front. Alex built it probably 3 inches or 4 inches wider than our normal ones so that it looks in proportion to those widened front fenders. You're also going to see our standard rear dual swing out bumper, but extra beefed up to take the 37-inch tire. Color choice on this FJ40 is unique. We went with Lunar Rock, which is a new Toyota color they're using on the Tundras and Tacomas. And because it was a factory option on the RAV4s, we chose Ice Edge for the top and bezel. It's a modern metallic color, which I would normally not run on an FJ40, but in this case it worked out perfectly.
Because we stretched this FJ40 14 inches, there is so much room back here. While I'm back here, I'm going to show you some of the features in the rear of this FJ40. First, we've got a best top fold and tumble seat covered with the material we got from Scheel Mann to match the front seats. This is our standard family roll cage, just a little bit longer, and of course it's got 3 rigid A-series lights. Now that I'm up front, we can talk about some of the features we've added for the driver. This custom PRLC Tuffy box mount comes complete with a wireless charging dock and switches for the seat heaters and auxiliary lighting. If you know our work, you recognize this dashboard, but you'll notice one difference. Because of the custom Spider Trax axles, we installed Wilwood electric disc brake calipers. There's also a tilt steering column, Dakota Digital gauges, vintage AC, retro radio, and all the goodies.
Normally I'm against locating a battery anywhere but inside the engine compartment. In fact, it bothers me when I see batteries that aren't in the engine compartment. However, in this case, we just didn't have a choice. There is no room up here. There's also no room for the ARB compressor. So, under the car they went, and you can see they're custom mounted right next to the transfer case on the frame rail. I know I forgot some of the features on this vehicle, but don't worry about it. You'll be able to see everything we did when you check out our website. There'll be a gallery and all of the mods right there. And now it's time for a special SEMA Stop It.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it!
Stop touching cars at car shows. Holy cow. Like, I'm about ready to jump out of my skin. I see so many people groping, touching, scratching these beautiful cars here. It's all I can do to keep my calm. Stop touching cars at car shows. Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
Marlin, Crawler, it's so good to see you. You never know who you're going to run into at SEMA. This guy he invented off-roading, basically. Really good to see you, Marlin.
Jeremiah, this was a great opportunity just to shake this hand. I wish I had half that talent was being passed to me, just half. I would settle for half, but it's nice to shake the hand of Jeremiah that has done so well through the years.
I appreciate that.
I've always looked up, and Jeremiah has always treated me with the kindest respect. And there's not a lot of vendors that I can say are like that. But he's always happy to see me, and things haven't changed.
Everybody's happy to see you, Marlin.
Okay.
Thanks for seeing us.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yep. Have a great show.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep. Well, day 4 of SEMA.
Isn't this day 14? Feels like day 14.
It's only 4 days long. But I feel like I've hardly seen you. What have you been doing this whole time?
Well, you know, hanging out, twiddling my thumbs, eating bonbons, talking to vendors, going to classes, presenting. I heard you presented as well.
Yep. I saw it. There's a picture of you on stage, maybe some video. I've been busy. Right, once we got the cars here and all set up, right away we started judging for Battle of the Builders. That's a big job. It takes 2 days to do that. Then they're filming right now the as we speak, the TV show for that. Get to see who's on top. Then I had a presentation too, plus running around trying to see everybody, shoot these features, tons of content.
It's been fun. Lots of things to do, lots of things to see.
Alice says he wants to be on TV. You're on TV.
Do you want to be on TV?
Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, TV. Say, Atlas, do you want to say Prophet's Resurrection Land Cruisers TV? Yeah! Good job, buddy. High five.
Can I have a high five? Yeah.
All right, SEMA kid. SEMA has thrown out some love again to overlanding, and we're here in the Overland experience area, so I know there's one Land Cruiser here, probably lots of other cool stuff. Let's go see what we can find. So you guys know we don't work on Fords, but I guess one of our tow rigs is a Ford, and this Ford Expedition is really well done. I love the color scheme, and anything matching always grabs my attention. Super sweet off-road Overland kitchen on this turtleback trailer right here. Gotta love the turtle logo they did. Now we're talking, it's a VDJ78 Troopy. This has the V8 turbo diesel. Not easy to get in the United States. Let's check this guy out. So the left-hand drive with a V8 must mean this is a Saudi spec truck. This is like a dream vehicle right here. This thing has everything you need for extended vehicle-based camping. You can take this anywhere and it looks like it'd be pretty comfortable for 2 people. And how cool is this Red Arc Tacoma? We use their stuff anytime we can get our hands on it. This thing's sweet. So check this out. It's a hitch-mounted tire swing out. It's called the Trail Swing by Dirtcom. It's actually really, really cool. I figured this would have been clunky, but you know, you can move it around and it's actually pretty solid, and I'm sure it's a lot more solid even when it's closed. But a good idea to keep your tire easy to get to when you're overlanding, and then you can take the thing off and store it in your garage and you don't need it. Cool idea. Here's a sweet, almost brand new 2020 4Runner build by Overland Expo. You know, if you're at SEMA and you find dirty tires and scratched beds and dents in the body, you're going to be in the Overland experience area. And the cool thing about this is that it tells us that these rigs are actually being used, at least some of them, to get out there and do some true adventures. See what I mean? I mean, we're at SEMA and look at this. There's pinstripes all over the side of this from actually being used. That's very cool. Patriot campers make a really nice product, and this baby's been out in the bush. So for me, all of the fun in building a rig like this, or an overland rig or an off-road rig, is in the planning and imagining what we might do with it and what kind of gear we need on it. So some would say things like this are overbuilt or unnecessary. It's just not true. It depends on how you're going to use it. Plus, don't we all love just building vehicles and imagining how you could use this thing? It's a super cool truck. So how's this thing for an overlander? You never know what you're going to find here at SEMA. And these guys at Bedrock Truck Beds make a mammoth of a product.
Thanks for joining us at this special episode for SEMA 2021.
That's right, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Instagram at ProCruiser. Facebook is Resurrection Land Cruisers. Website, resurrectionlandcruisers.com. Thanks for watching.